New gear. Judging by the title of this video, you already know what's going on. New lens, new recommendation. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Curtis Peak and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the Nifty 50 or the 50mm prime lens. Now, when starting out in videography and photography, you probably have your camera system already picked out, but you're still wondering what other lens you need. This lens is definitely one that will come in clutch for you every single time. It's affordable, reliable, nice quality for the price, a 1.8 f-stop, so you get nice bokeh. You can do low light, even if your camera isn't the best at it, it will still work. Fifth reason is that it is portable, so light, and it will not make a drag in your camera bag. So the 50mm is a great starter lens with only a fraction of the cost of regular lenses that you might come across. Some of them range from the prices of, especially if they're the entry-level lenses, especially from Canon's line and even Sony's line, they can go from 300 all the way up to like 800. So you might be thinking, oh, that's a little too pricey for me. Well, if you're using Canon especially, the Nifty 50 is definitely going to be something that you would want to purchase because the EF version goes for $150 and the RF version, if you're getting the RP, the R, the R6, the R5, any of the mirrorless cameras from Canon goes for around $200 since it just came out a month ago. So I'm super excited that I finally got my hands on the RF version of the 50mm because I've always loved the EF version on my old camera system, which is the Canon 6D, and I've also used it on the T2i. This was just an amazing first lens that I got. My friends and my filmmaking friends always told me to get the Nifty 50 because it's just a kick-ass lens. Because for photography stances and even videography, for photography first, especially in portrait photography, 50mm is a great focal length and it looks very nice shallow depth of field, and it also looks flattering on the subject's face. Another great thing about the 50mm lens for nighttime photography at 1.8, it is great because you want to do night shots and you want to do long exposures. This is definitely a great lens that comes in handy, especially doing night photography or some night videography. You can definitely open that lens all the way up to 1.8, which is pretty bright as it is. The lowest some lenses go is 1.2 anyways. 0.95 is just insane. But the aperture will definitely open up to your sensor and will bring a lot more light into your shots as well. Along with videography, you could be doing product photography or getting those nice close-up shots for interviews. This lens always comes in handy, especially getting that nice crisp detail for the shots that you need to capture. Now, I've always picked up the Nifty 50, especially when I've done professional work for companies. While doing interviews, it is just a nice focal length, especially on a subject's face. If you're trying to just get that one close-up shot, a 2-camera setup, this lens will definitely come in handy, and it is a great addition to your camera bag. Now, the cons of the 50mm lens, especially coming from Canon's side, unfortunately, there is no image stabilization in the lens. So that's where the drawback is. You're gonna get, especially if you're doing handheld footage, you're probably gonna be better off using 60 frames per second or 120. So that will definitely come in clutch for you, especially using this lens for those close-up and nice smooth shots that you wanna get for your products, for your subjects, whatever that may be. Now, another thing that is a drawback as well is that it's only fixed at 50, so you can't zoom in, you can't zoom out, you're stuck at 50. So now, even though the build quality on this isn't crazy as Canon's professional lens series, this will still add a lot of value to your videos or photography. I can't tell you enough how many times I've chosen this lens over the abundance of lenses that I've accumulated throughout the years in the videography space and photography space because I just love it. It is a great focal length for me personally, and you can't go wrong with a prime lens because I get so many amazing shots, especially when doing portrait photography and even product photography. So product photography, you can get a lot of those close-up angles, and the quality out of this is just absurdly good for the price. You honestly cannot go wrong. So especially if you're starting out trying to get into the creative space of video and photography, totally recommend getting the 50mm prime lens. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Nifty 50 or the 50mm lens, and if you're gonna pick up one, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and go ahead and like this video if you liked it. If you didn't, go ahead and dislike it. That's totally okay. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bells for my next video. Peace.